All right, we've reached the last phase of headlocks and the most dangerous one. Once a person gets you in a headlock and you hit the ground, it doesn't take a genius to figure out this is difficult to get out of. I'm carrying his body weight and I'm being sandwiched against the floor. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu has the best headlock defenses I've ever come across. That's why I brought Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu to Canada for the first time in the early 90s. It was simply a superior self-defense system to anything else I'd done. The problem is today, most people only train headlocks in a passive kind of, let's kind of remember what the moves are. In the street, on a hard surface, when someone's dragging your head against the pavement, it's a little different. We need to look at the details that actually work and what's really going to happen. So once again, we're going to look at the sliding scale. Early, on time, late. As you hit the ground, there's an opportunity to defend yourself. Sometimes the guy's grip gets a little weak. For the same reason, let's assume that for some reason the headlock starts on the ground. You were knocked down in a scuffle or you've fallen over from a clinch, you hit the ground, and now the guy is going to headlock you. Let's look at how to defend ourselves early. One of the best ways to do this is the old-fashioned frame. It can prevent him from getting his hands together if they're not locked up yet. That, to me, is the best way to use that frame defense. Let's take a look at what I'm talking about. The guy goes to get the headlock, I frame him. Get your hands together. Lock him up. You see how proper framing can prevent that? If you hit this early enough, you're now have a much easier time of getting out. Now what I'm going to do from here is I'm going to snake movement behind him. Instead of the conventional snake movement where I make space this way, I can do that, but it's probably easier to snake out behind him. Now I've got my positional advantage. All right? That's early defense on the ground. Before I go any farther though, I want to talk about proper defensive position. This is one of these things that's glossed over in most classes and they don't realize how difficult it can be to get on your side. Number one, everybody understands, or they should if they've had a little training, and for people that haven't, we want to understand that if I'm on my back and he's got the headlock, the flatter I am, the more weight I'm carrying. You can hear the change in my voice because of the pressure he's now putting on my chest. It's difficult to